Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am back today. It has been 2 weeks. I said I was going to do it every single Sunday, and I did actually film a video last weekend, but I had to edit it. So have I edited it? No, I haven't. Shock horror. But I'm just going to do another video where I just talk to the camera and post it basically as it is. I have not made myself a cup of tea today because I didn't want to risk spilling that over the floor again. So we are back with my March TBR. I don't normally make a monthly TBR. Sometimes I'll make like a note on my phone of some seasonal books I want to read, usually for the summer or for winter or Christmas time when there's definitely some festive books I want to read. But I actually have a stack of books next to me that are kind of on my March radar. That's what I'm going to call it. Instead of like a TBR, they're on my March radar. That's the washing machine. I don't know if you can hear that. But it's finished. So at least it means it won't be spinning whilst we film this. But I'm just going to start. I'm just going to go ahead and start. So the first one actually on the top of the stack is Benedict's book from Bridgerton. I have now watched all 8 episodes. I finished part 2 last night. It was so good. I loved it. I don't know about anybody else, but episode 7 I sobbed. I cried so much, and then episode 8 I didn't cry at all. I don't know if that's normal or not. But yeah, I don't know why, but I've always read the books after I've watched the season. I think because I don't want to ruin the story for myself, and I know there's different changes they make, but I have found I wouldn't say I prefer the like Netflix version over the book. That's unfair, but I'd say I like the book just as much, and so I kind of assumed that Benedict and Sophie would get together at the end just because they always do, but how it was going to happen I didn't know. So, or I didn't know exactly. I could obviously guess some bits, but yeah. So this is definitely one of my top picks for March that I'd quite like to get to. And then I still actually haven't read Penelope's or Colin's story yet, so just because I know they were kind of out of order, so I might actually pick that one up next at some point later this year. But yeah, first one for March is Benedict's, what is it actually called? An Offer from a Gentleman, Benedict's story. So yeah, that's book 1. Book 2 is actually a reread. So I've read I think all of Abby Jimenez's books. I'm pretty sure she is like top 3 authors for me. I love her. And so this one is Say You'll Remember Me, and I know that book 2 is coming out at the end of this month, I think, or sometime in March. So I did think this would be a good thing to reread, potentially before the next one comes out and before I read the next one. I love her books, so this is probably something I'll listen to. I'll read, but I'll also listen to the audiobook just to get through it as quick as possible, because for my favorite books, I don't love listening to them on audio because I'm like, I want to actually physically read it and love it and enjoy it. But as it's a reread, I don't mind at all. So I think I'll probably listen to some of this on audio, like driving to and from work, and the rest of the time read it. And then what? So they're like my top 2. I'd say that I'd really love to get to in March. Then I've got a few others here. So, And Now Back to You by B.K. Borison? Yeah, Borison. So I have read the first one, which is called, oh my gosh, my mind has gone blank. What's the first one called? Surely it's going to tell me in here. F. It begins with an F. First time caller. That's it. So I really enjoyed First Time Caller. I actually read it on my Kindle. I don't have the physical copy of that book. And it was one of those ones, I think I'd bought it when it was on offer for like 99p. I knew everyone was talking about it. And then when I went onto Amazon, I was looking to buy it for a friend. And it was a really weird like it said about the genre, and it wasn't like a romance or anything like that. It said something else, like it had a really niche genre, and I was like, oh, that doesn't sound like, I can't remember what it was. I feel like, I want to say like BDSM or something, but I don't know if I'm making that up. I feel like it was BDSM, and I'm like, is that really a part of that book? Because that is not my vibe. And then I swear it wasn't. I swear it wasn't even included in First Time Caller. But anyways, off track. So this is Weather Girl meets Weather Boy, one big storm is heading their way. And I really enjoyed book one. So yeah, I've bought this, and the text actually looks kind of small. I don't think it is, but yeah, I feel like this is quite chunky for a romance. Is it actually 400 pages? I think it is. Where is, I don't know, I think this is it. 438 pages. That sounds like a lot. Like, Say You'll Remember Me, is that also 400? That can't be right. Why are there no page numbers? That's different. Arrangements. 353. That sounds about right. I feel like a romance should be 353 pages. But anyway, so that is another one. Then this, I have read a few Emily Henry books. I know everybody raves and raves and raves about her. She's just not my favourite author, I'm not gonna lie. I've enjoyed them, but I haven't loved them. I haven't been obsessed. So, but I would like to read the book before I watch the Netflix film, this is saying. So I picked this up, People We Meet on Vacation, because I do normally prefer a book over the film or TV series. So I would like to watch the film though. So I've picked this up to read. So that is on my March radar. I feel like everybody has probably already read this and I'm just way behind, but Two Best Friends, 10 Summer Trips, One Last Chance to Fall in Love. So I feel like they're just an easy romance, like a bit of a palate cleanser, and actually they're all romances this month so far, aren't they? I think I've got one literary fiction and the rest are all romances. Oh no, actually, maybe two, I don't know. So is this classed as a romance or is this classed as literary fiction? I don't know. So I think I'm going to finally be brave. I've got the Sprayed Edges version, signed Waterstones. Oh, can you see that? Is it focusing on that? I don't know if it's focusing on that, but it is the, do an old YouTube classic, there we go. Waterstones exclusive signed edition. This I actually picked up in Salisbury last year when it came out, and this was in the window and I was like, ooh, okay, maybe that's like special. I like the Sprayed Edges. I'll go pick one up. And I went in and I couldn't find it anywhere, and so I asked the guy, one of the guys working there, and he was like, maybe the one in the window is the last one, I don't know. And like he looked everywhere and he couldn't see it, and so he's like, oh, you can just have this one, and he literally climbed into the front window display and got it out for me. And then because it was slightly faded, which I feel like you cannot tell unless it's side by side next to another one that is not faded, I just wouldn't know at all, but it is a bit faded. Obviously the inside is absolutely fine, it's just the cover. I got it cheaper as well. I don't know if I've actually got a receipt here. When did I buy it? Bought it August 2025. Oh my gosh. See, that's so bad. It sat on my shelves for so long. This is why I need to actually read some of the books I have. That is terrible. But yeah, I got it. I got £3 off. Off like the last signed edition in their shop, so I was well happy with that. So yeah, this I need to read because it sat on my TBR for so long and I feel like I kept putting it off, and I need to read it because I know I'll love it. I just feel like it's a big book and I'm gonna have to use my brain power to actually read it, but this is a book I would love to get to this month. Okay, 2 more. So I'll save that one till last. These are just like quick, easy reads now. I feel like there's nothing too major on my TBR this month apart from atmosphere. So this is Looking Out for Love by Sophia Money Coates. Coates, is that how you say it? So I've actually read a couple of her books already and I really enjoyed them. I feel like she's not like a big famous author. She's obviously English, very English name. It sounds quite posh, I love it. But yeah, I picked this up on, I think it was Vinted. Like, it looks a bit battered, worse for wear, but I don't care. And this was actually when I put her name in to Vinted. This is one of the books like everybody was selling, so it's obviously one of her like most popular. I think the other one I've read by her is The Right Place, I want to say. Is that what it's called? I don't have my phone, so I can't search it. But I actually really enjoyed that book. It was very like, it felt like a nostalgic kind of romance book to me. And I really, really enjoyed it. And it kind of took me by surprise. I'm pretty sure I read it on my Kindle and then I loved it so much I actually bought a physical copy. And then I've read another book by her, I want to say called The Plus One, I think. Again, I enjoyed it, so I picked this up. And again, I'm trying to read physical books that I have and stop buying books, because I love that my January like New Year's goal was to whittle down my TBR, and all that's happened so far is I have bought more books, which was not the plan. Love that. So I have a lot of books actually on my TBR this month. Will I get to all of them? Probably not, but I just feel like I need to read at the moment, and I need to read some of these. So this is the last one on my March radar, is The Reading List by Sarah Nisha Adams. So this is one of the books I picked up that I included in my book haul in my last video, that I picked up from the Westbourne Independent Bookshop in Bournemouth. And like I said, it's literary fiction. So I just feel like I might be not sick of romance, because I feel like that is the main genre I read. But if I just want to mix it up a bit, I will give this one a go. So yeah, and also actually I saw recently this was 99p on Kindle as well. It probably still will be. I feel like they're normally 99p for around a month. So if you are interested, now would be a good time to pick it up. And it does say, I'm sure, oh yeah, uplifting read. I feel like sometimes we just need that when, like, it's a kind of, again, like a palette cleanser book. I might maybe read this one after Benedict's story. Yeah, I'm saying a lot, sorry. So yeah, that is my March TBR, or my March books on my radar, I'm more gonna say, because I'm very much a mood reader. I don't like the reading challenges where people like pick it out of like a jar and things like that. That's just not how I like to pick a book. I'm gonna keep these like stacked on top of my bookcase, I think, and then try and pick from here. But I am very much a mood reader, so if there's something else that is catching my attention, I might go for it. But that's why in actually last weekend, so the video I filmed that I'm definitely going to edit was actually a reading vlog, and it was I was reading Broken Country, which is another book I picked up from the Independent Bookshop in Bournemouth, and it was good. It was a very good book, so I'll leave my kind of review and thoughts on that book in that video that I will edit and I will post. But that was like the one that I was like, oh, I really want to read that. Like, I've picked it up, that is the book I want to read. And so I just went for that one and I picked that one up. But some of these books have been, well, actually no, oh my gosh. 1, 2 have been on my TBR since last year. All the others, one's a reread, and then all the others I've bought this year. Yeah. Anyways, that is today's video. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend. If it is still the weekend, or you have a good week. And I will let you know next week how many books I've actually read so far in March. But yeah, okay, I'll see you all soon. Bye.